Hey, my friend, if you're in the space where you want abundance, where you are trying to align with it, but some days your energy slips, you feel scarcity whispering again, and doubts come back. You're not alone if you are feeling that, my friend. In fact, you're in one of the most powerful transitions of your life. And I want to remind you today to normalize the in-between state, to speak to the pain without dramatizing it, to be real with it, because it's actually in that in-between state that you will discover a key to relax. The key to abundance truly is relaxation. It's the energy of peace, and in this video I want to explain to you how it actually works so you can open up for abundance. It's not through hard work and it's not through visualization. It's through embodying the energy of it. So when you're no longer fully in lack, but not quite living in overflow yet, you're in what I call the energetic bridge. It's uncomfortable, it's sacred, and it's not a sign that you're failing, it's a sign that your energy is catching up to your intention. And I just feel that so many people in the world right now are in this phase, because I've been coaching people one-on-one, and so many people recently came to me saying the same thing, like, I just feel I'm somewhere in between, like I've let go of the past or I'm letting go of the past, but I haven't fully become what I'm maybe feeling called to become, or I'm just starting something completely new, or I'm doing it for some time, I haven't mastered it yet, but I also haven't reached the goals yet, or the manifestations haven't arrived yet. So this is the in-between phase, as I said, the energetic bridge, where we are becoming more familiar with that new energy that is usually feeling secure, feeling safe, feeling whole. But here and there we fall back into scarcity, back into lack, back into maybe poverty, or whatever was your dominant energy from before. So in this in-between state, your frequency is updating because your knowledge was updating. You've been doing healing, you've been reflecting a lot and reframing the beliefs and stories of the past. And therefore your nervous system is recalibrating. So your outer world is just a lagging reflection of your inner shift. And that's one of the explanations why it hasn't arrived yet, but you're seeing synchronicities all over the time. And maybe you're even noticing the small manifestations, like you receive some money but it's not the desired amount, or you receive some new opportunities but it's just a glimpse of what you want. This is all an invitation to trust even more, because it tells you that you're doing everything right and everything is aligning, and you just need to trust more and be patient with yourself. So I want to break it down even more so it makes sense to you. Abundance is not something you chase, it's something you allow. True abundance flows when you are in integrity with your values. True abundance flows when you are in integrity with your values, living with an open nervous system, which means you know how to relax. And when you're creating from love, not fear. So let me give you one example. When you create from pressure, people feel it. But when you create from peace, even just one person may come, but they will stay and they will invest deeply. And one explanation here could be from the time when I've started painting and when I had my first art exhibition. Back at that time, I wanted to present my art to the world. I was not caring so much, even though I hoped that somebody would buy my art, but I was so passionate about what I've created, and I was so passionate about creating more of it that I was not even thinking much about how many paintings could sell or how many people will be interested into buying it. I just wanted to show it to the world. And because I was not doing it out of pressure, but actually passion, out of pace and love for doing that, so many people wanted to buy my art, and actually people paid me more than I asked for. So that was a very interesting thing, and also a very good thing for me to encourage me that it's possible to do something out of it. So when we're doing something out of pressure, it means that we need to redefine our goal. We need to redefine why we're doing it at the first place. So I can help you with that right now, to give you a ritual so we can align with abundance. Here is an energy check-in. You can do it in the morning. So ask yourself, what version of me am I aligning with today? The one who fears or the one who receives? So I would suggest to you every single morning when you sit down in meditation or prayer, just ask yourself, with what version of you are you aligning? Because we become what we are practicing to be. And our thinking patterns are habits, our emotional patterns are habits, and our behaviors are habits. And if we are constantly reminding ourselves to keep aligning with the version of us that trusts, that receives, that's open, that's calm, that's peaceful, we will become more of it. And then begin some open body movement that expands your field. It can be walk, it can be stretch, it can be run, it can be a workout. Doesn't really matter what it is. It doesn't need to be something that looks spiritual. You know, it can be anything. I go into the gym or I go onto my bike, and you know, when it gets really hard, I start screaming sometimes out loud affirmations to me, like, I'm available for miracles. I move like someone already supported. You know, I scream that so I can feel goosebumps through my body when I'm pushing something hard, so I can bring that new frequency even into the most painful areas of my body. So when I finish my workout, this energy stays there, right? That's how we bring it very deep into our bodies, into the areas that were maybe vibrating in scarcity or worry before. You can do it in walk, like check your body posture, how aligned you would walk, how abundant you would walk, how passionate you would walk, how loving you would walk, how peaceful you would walk. When you're stretching, you can keep saying to yourself when you're stretching the muscle and when it becomes a bit painful, as you're breathing in, breathe in the word, I'm available for miracles. I move like someone already supported. And check your money relationship. Speak kindly to money. Track it with love. Release shame about it. You can say to yourself or to money, thank you for all the ways you've supported me. I'm ready to relate to you with trust now. You know, maybe take a piece of money, cash, if you have it with you. And just notice what's the first energy you feel when you touch it, when you look at it. Is it fear or is it love? You know, loving it is not a bad thing. Like, you love a flower, you love a person. Why wouldn't you love money? It helps you to make a better life for you. So see what's the energy of it, because the universe will always reflect you back what you hold within. And when you have scarcity related to money, universe can't give you more money because it knows you don't want it, you're afraid of it. If you're afraid of it, you're pushing it away. So that's why money relationship is so important, not to get attached to it, not to praise it, not to make it a god or whatever, just loving it, accepting it, being open to it, being at peace with it. No special energy, just peace with it. And you see, when you look at it, and if you feel scarcity related to it. Just be with that fear and accept it without suppressing it, without judging it. Just accept it. You will notice eventually it will be released because it's not a big deal. It's just an old program that was maybe just presented to you. And now, as you're wise and intelligent, you can treat it differently. Treat it as a wise and intelligent person. Your attitude that you have towards what we call abundance is more important than what abundance actually is, because your attitude defines it. I want to help you how to remove at least one energy leak that you have related to abundance. Notice how many times you're checking obsessively, maybe your bank account, or if money is coming in, or whatever is your source of money. How frequently you're checking it, or maybe you've invested into stocks or into crypto or into whatever, and you're constantly checking if it's growing. It tells me you're not trusting, that you don't believe into what you've done. And if you don't believe into it, it means you've done it out of fear. And if you've done it out of fear, how can you imagine it can grow into something big? So stop checking it obsessively and release control. It comes from the need to control the outcome so you would receive it. But if you think about things you did receive, like things that surprise you, have you constantly keep checking in when it will happen, or they surprised you? Like, I remember in the past, a long time ago, I've been so obsessed with how will I survive when I've started walking this path, like when I've started doing my art and I've started this YouTube channel and I was still financially broke. You know, I was constantly checking if someone is visiting my online store, if someone will make an order. And because of that, nobody bought anything. Like, there was no orders for 6 months. And then at some point I've forgotten about the store because obviously nobody bought anything. And then one day I received that, the notification on my phone, and the sound was ka-ching, and I had no idea what it is about, and I saw the first sale. And then after that first sale, 2 days later there was another one, and 3 days later there was another one. And then it started a momentum where our online store started slowly growing. People started supporting my art when I let go of the control. And the interesting thing that happens when we let go of the control is that we actually release the resistance, and then something in our mind just aligns and we receive the right guidance or the right blueprint for something that will make us more abundant. So sometimes it's not about just opening up and we receive. Sometimes we receive guidance, what to start. Maybe you're at a point in your life where what you've been doing until now became completely outdated, and the old container that was maybe providing you money is outdated and has too many leaks due to certain reasons because it became old, and you're ready for something new, and you're now maybe building something new. And what you lack is trust, maybe, because in the past you were used to control. Now get used to trust. Get used to trust, get used to knowing, get used to that open energy. When every single moment you remind yourself, I'm open to receive, I feel safe to receive. And the one act of sovereign creation, whatever you're doing, do it out of sovereignty, not out of need to do it, or out of scarcity to do it, or out of urgency to do it. Like, just do another product, do another work, do another hour of working or whatever. Do it out of sovereignty. Show up without the outcome in mind. Like, show up as a leader, show up as a mystic, or show up as a loving human being. Not to receive something, but to be sovereign in your energy. Why? Because it's a different energy. Like, ask yourself, if you would go to, let's say, to buy a car into a store, and the first car dealer is someone who truly wants to sell you a car, like he's really deeply craving to sell you that car, and the energy is completely off. You feel like even if that car is not maybe what you want, that person wants to convince you that you need it. But then the second car dealer is someone who feels completely okay if you buy it or not. What's the difference? That person will be completely honest. If that person will feel that car is not for you, he will tell you that. If that person will feel that car is for you, he will tell you that as well. He will show the good and maybe, the negative sides of the car. And you will resonate so much more with that. Now think about how people can relate to you if you show up as someone who's not doing that for the outcome, who's doing that because you love doing that, because you've let go of the outcome, you just want to do it. The energy is completely different. Not the results will just show up immediately, but eventually you're paving a completely new way. You're on a completely different timeline where energies align without you even knowing that, because you feel you're doing it out of different reasons, not out of fear. You now do it out of choice, out of alignment. And the third thing I want to remind you is to rewrite your wealth identity. Here's one journaling prompt you can use for today. Ask yourself, what does it feel like to be someone who receives effortlessly? Which is a big question, because many times we just want to receive, or we can't wait to receive something. But what does it feel like to be someone who receives effortlessly? So ask yourself what you're already receiving effortlessly right now. Maybe it's food, maybe it's breath, maybe it's sunlight, maybe it's love from someone or your pet. Something it is that you receive effortlessly. So notice what's the energy with it. Maybe you take it for granted, or maybe you just don't want it because it's already present. So not that you don't like it, but you don't crave it so much anymore. This is what kind of energy you should associate with abundance as well. Not that you crave it, not that you want so bad, you want it so badly. You just acknowledge it's available and it's present. And when you do things right, when you do things out of alignment, when you follow this intuitive pulse that take you to whatever you feel deep inside, when you do everything that you felt deep inside that you need to do, out of intuition, not out of fear. Like so many times, when I've started doing that, I felt a calling to start a YouTube channel. Right now, I feel another calling. I'm actually working on a very big project that is like my life project right now, and I can't wait to share all of that with you because it's big, and I'm looking forward to share everything. And I felt so called for 1 year. I felt called to do that, and I was procrastinating on it. But now as I'm doing it, I'm noticing it's been a while since I've been feeling so much flow than I'm feeling right now. Like I'm doing it all day long. I've been very busy with it, but I'm loving it. Like time was just passing by, and I've been doing it all day long. So that's what it feels when we take action with what calls us. Not because we want to receive something, but because we just know we need to do it. And it feels effortless. Even if we are putting in a lot of effort, energy, and time, it feels effortless. And that's how we know something big will be born with it. So ask yourself, what does it feel like to be someone who receives effortlessly? And embody that version even before proof shows up. Because firstly, you need to become that version, right? That receives effortlessly. Start appreciating even more things that you receive effortlessly. and train yourself to feel, to be in that energy, even when it comes to money, or when it comes to abundance, or when it comes to whatever you're maybe manifesting right now. Train yourself to feel the energy of effortless receiving. And there's something you're receiving right now effortlessly, so you know how it feels. Now just move that energy into the area that doesn't feel so effortless right now. And the fourth thing I want to remind you is to open a new receiving channel. So if you're in this in-between phase, then most probably you've outgrown something that made you, or that was a source of abundance in the past. Maybe it was a huge source of abundance, but maybe you've outgrown it. And maybe right now you feel called to start a new receiving channel, whatever it is. Maybe a new store, a new career, a new business, a new job. I don't know. Only you can know. But start seeing it as something very spiritual. Because, you see, when we find something we love to do, it becomes a channel through which we bring into this world something that comes through us. Now, what happens when we feel called to start something or to do something, and then we don't do it? It's like we betray our soul. Like soul gave this desire to start, but then we didn't start. So obviously a part of us feels betrayed, and then we wonder why we don't receive. Well, we received guidance. It's a good of a reason to start something. And then when we start, we can start seeing breakthroughs as well. So declare to yourself, I am open to receive through unexpected, beautiful ways. You can also write it in the comment section so other people can see, to be inspired by that. If you follow these 4 steps with love, as I mentioned before, so let me mention them once again. Clean one energy leak today. Do one act of sovereign creation. Rewrite your wealth identity and open a new receiving channel. If you follow these 4 steps with love, not pressure, you will begin to notice something strange. Abundance isn't something you find, it's something you remember you are. When I say to you, you're the source of life, what do I mean? Well, I am the source of this message right now. So therefore, to some of you that will be inspired by this message, I was the source of life for you. Because inspiration means that life awakened inside of us. So I was the source of it, and now you can do something with it. So ask yourself what you could do out of inspiration today, what you could do out of this openness, not to receive something, but to give, to create something, not out of a need to receive an outcome, but just out of a need to give, to create. That's how you teach your nervous system to open up. So you don't walk around and just wait somebody will give you something. You start surprising others so they can receive something unexpectedly. You become the source of surprise for others, and then the universe will start surprising you. This is a very common pattern that usually happens to everyone who starts treating life this way. So, if you truly want to receive more abundance in your life, start opening up to it. Start opening up to it. As I mentioned at the beginning, when you're no longer fully in lack, but not quite living in overflow yet, you're in this, what we call, energetic bridge. It's uncomfortable, it is scared, and it's not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that your energy is catching up to your intention. So be patient with yourself and start trusting more this part of you that is aligned, and start asking yourself even more, how could you align today? How could you live out of alignment, not out of fear today? And find moments in a day where you catch yourself and you check yourself. Are you in fear or are you in alignment? Because it's a different energy. And when you develop a habit out of being in alignment, then you will slowly start letting go the habit of being in fear. And eventually you will become so good to be in alignment that your life will just reflect that. And that's what I want for you to experience, because I know how wonderful it is, and I know that you are stepping into it. So, my friend, be brave, be bold, be aligned. I hope you've enjoyed in today's message, and I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting as well. As I mentioned, I'm an artist, and I'm sharing these messages together with my art, so you can be inspired by both sources. To anyone who would like to support this, or who found today's painting inspiring and is reminding you of something that maybe matters to you, you can buy my work on AttractPassion.com or go onto the link in the description of this video and you will find all of my paintings. We're offering prints of my art, some, phone cases, shirts, mugs, things like that, more affordable options. By that, you're supporting this mission, and I'm truly grateful to you. And you can also join us on our Patreon community page, where I'm posting some other content like guided meditations and shorter lessons. So check it out, and if it resonates, join us there. Till next time, one love.